Wow guys, here we are. We're on, first time in my life anyway, turn them in off, a 200 horsepower hyper touring bike, the Kawasaki H2 SX, and I've just been out riding the India FTR 1200. This immediately feels like a thoroughbred motorcycle. And could this be the next bike for me? Immediately you get on and you're back in a sort of semi-sports bike stance when compared to the GT, definitely compared to the other bikes I'm considering at the moment, including the Multistrada Ducati. So I am leaning forward, but what an absolutely gorgeous place to sit. Display outstanding, clear. I'm in road mode at the moment. The guys suggested I do that for the first few miles, but yeah, 200 horsepower motorbike with 140 something newtons of torque. So this is the non-SC spec, so this doesn't have the semi-automatic suspension, doesn't have the stylemas. I think they're the two main differences. This does have the I think it's the Skyhook suspension, I think, which is the same as what's on the Multistrada V4S. It's got a 19 litre tank, so it's good for a 150, 190 mile range, depending on how you ride it. It's pretty heavy, it's sort of 240 kilos. It's got downshifter and quick shifter, nice and smooth. Although I had to use the clutch there just to knock it up into second, slow speed. This does have risers on here for the clip-ons, so we're not as aggressive as the H2 naked bike, but yeah, supercharged. Super hyper tourer, nice and smooth. Now this isn't going to turn in like a GT or a Multistrada, which is, you know, flickable. This is the sort of bike where you want to go to Europe, you want to go and do 200-300 miles a day and get off and be nice and relaxed afterwards, enjoy it and have a big smile on your face with that power. And even though I'm only doing 40 mile an hour here, it's silky smooth at these low speeds. Wow, that is silky delivery. It's like being in an automatic. I'm in third gear. I'm going down to, what am I going down to? I was 20 mile an hour before in third gear. It's fine. I reckon you could get up towards 3 figures on this, I would have thought, in third gear. So quite versatile around town, I would have thought. I like the mirrors away from you, very clear, see well behind me, left and right of my elbows, not intruded at all in terms of my body. This is, as I said, got the radar front and back, so it's got the adjustable cruise control, where you, as we all know these days, it tracks the car in front and you can reset it in terms of your maximum speed and the distance from the vehicle in front. This does brake. I don't know whether it actually allows you to change gear while it's in cruise control. That's one thing the Multistrada can do, which I think is quite nice. Quite often when I've been on the GT and I've had it in cruise control and it's gone, you know, really dropped, the speed has dropped down a little bit and I wanted to pull through, I've knocked the gear down and it's sort of disabled the cruise controls. That's nice. If it has it, I'll check that later. It's got the blind spot check in the rear, so I haven't seen it yet, but these little triangles here, oh, that's just, you can hear the spooling up of that supercharger. Mostly isn't coming across on the camera, but oh, this is nice. I like this. You know what we're saying about how a bike makes you feel? Well, you can't see it, but I am smiling here. I am smiling. And I'll be honest with you, because I've just got on it, I feel a little bit intimidated. No, I'm not a bad rider. I feel as if I'm competent, and you know, I can have a good scratch on a bike, done quite a lot of track days, you know, I'm alright, you know, if I don't say so myself. But I do feel slightly intimidated, and I'm wondering whether I should go into sport mode or not in a moment or two. I think I'll just leave it a while. So this has got heated grips, which you can see it's on here. As I said, you've got all your usual switch gear for cruise control, going through your modes. If I put this into, apparently if I hold that down, it should go into sport. So that's sport mode now, as you can see. That goes up, and then if you press it down, it's meant to go into road, but it's not, so it's in sport anyway. So let's leave it in sport, let's not mess around. Lights, as I said, this is adjustable suspension but not semi-automatic, so knee set up, although this is obviously, I don't know what this is set up for, but I assume this is out of the box, and it feels really nice, really plush. I'm not feeling a lot through the tyres, and that's because, you know, the suspension's soaking it up very, very nicely indeed. But I'm actually going to go on the motorway quite quickly now. I'm going to go up the motorway and see what this bike's like on the motorway rather than go through the twisties. This isn't a bike for the twisties, although I will try and find some roads and see what's like, because it's a heavy bike. And I keep on looking for a perfect bike, you know, that can go through the twisties and hoon it. Wow. I'm going to go north up the M6 just up to the next junction. It's about 5-6 miles off. That'll give me a good chance to see what it's like on the motorway in terms of riding, the power, the smoothness, and the wind. Let's go and see what it's like. I don't need, of course, to test what it's going to be like in terms of performance. I think we know what the answer to that one is. It's got 1,000 miles. This has got 1,000 miles on, but he said they're going to keep this till September next year. So I did ask him about demo bikes, but this is the only one they've got. But he said if I'm serious, they could always have a conversation. It's a big group. So, right, so let's see what this is like. Third gear. Jesus. I think this is quicker than my Tesla. I think this is quicker than my Tesla. Jesus. Right, let's get up to motorway speed. Right, so there's the little orange light flickering away there to tell me that the car was behind me. Another one coming up on the right hand side. It's not as bright as it is on the Multistrada. That really flickers away and is bright. In terms of wind, yeah, it's pretty cool. My legs feel as if they're being protected. I feel a little bit around the waist, as if the air just turns and curls around the bike. But in terms of shoulders and head, I'm feeling really well protected. The seat, quite slick actually. Feels like a mirror. Sliding forward and backwards is no problem. It's quite narrow at the front. Knees are tucked nicely under the tank. This whole cockpit area is lovely. So what I'm thinking about is the riding position compared to the GT, and this is the issue when you've been with a bike for 3 years or so. You get used to it and familiar with it, and you wonder whether you can deal with a more sporty riding position. And obviously I went to the naked bikes and the GT after spending a number of years on the sports bikes, because I was just feeling it at the end of the day's riding on the shoulders and wanted something more comfortable. Now that I'm moving on, yeah, it's fine. The heels are tucked back a little bit and a little bit up, so again it's sort of like a semi-support bike position. This is silky smooth. So powerful. I'm in sport mode, as you know now. bike. I've got my rear spot detector coming on the left hand side. Oh, I think you just want to thrash us all day long. Cruise control. So the automatic cruise control is on now, set it to 80, hands off as you can see. It's following the car in front. It's impressive, that, isn't it? You've got to say, you know, doing tours and long rides, you know, if you just want a few minutes letting your right wrist and fingers relax a little bit, it is really good. So I'm speeding up a little now, 68, 65 was it before, 69. I set it at 80, so that's just going to track that. You can override it by hitting the brake. If you put the throttle on, it'll accelerate, but it'll come back down to what it believes is the right speed within your limit that you set. So you do have that adjustability of it. You are speed up there, but that'll now drop back to track the car in front. So if I was a naughty boy, I think this would be on my shortlist, and it might just be. When you look at the Hayabusa, okay, it doesn't have the radar and bits and pieces like that, but in terms of style of bike, it's a hyper tourer. You know, it's £9,000 cheaper than this Kawasaki, and I've looked at the sort of second-hand values of these, and they do seem to depreciate. The sales guy there said, yeah, but they do plateau out, but yeah, I suppose all bikes do, don't they? Fifth gear. Holds nicely. Again, this is the non-SE one, so this doesn't have the stylemas. Knocking down the gears, nice. No issues there, to second. So this doesn't have the stylemas, which I would have thought for a bike this powerful, I would have liked to have had just that mindset to know that I've got the better brakes with the better stopping power. Like just pulling down there, it was like a 3-finger pull on the brake lever rather than the sort of 1/2 that I'd expect on the stylemas. On the Duke R, okay, it's only 160 kilos, that's a 1-finger brake with the stylemas. Oh, hear the rasp. Whoa. Apparently the supercharger rasp that you can hear on runoff, or overrun I should say, is actually the blades going supersonic, or so I read or heard on some YouTube channel last night watching it. There's a nice sound from the airbox, which is nice. The exhaust does sound nice, and it's with its sort of standard OEM setup, not in your face. But they're going to be touring on these things, you don't want it in your face, do you? Ah, there we go. It's got hill hold, that's nice. On a bike like this sort of weight, you want that. That's nice, I do like that. Found that on the GS the other week, and it's the first bike I've ridden that had it, and it's when you're on a camber and then you're sort of looking to get into gear and, you know, get ready to pull away, it's nice to know you don't have to sort of cover the foot brake, you know, whilst you get into gear and holding the clutch and all that type of stuff, and it's just one less thing. So this should just pull, yeah, so it just disengages as you begin to pull away. Again, quick shifter, really nice. It's like in the turn. Away, Magpie. Nice and solid in the turn there. There was no weaving. It just held its poise very, very nicely indeed. You know, if I did nothing but long trips, European tours, I think this is ticking the box. Yeah, let's negotiate. Let's negotiate. Is it the sort of bike I want to go up to North Yorkshire, New York Moors, North Wales, Snowdonia, the Peak District, which is which is my sort of weekend riding? Is it that sort of bike? Don't know. Really don't know. To be honest with you, I'm only thinking about the positive things. I should be offering a more objective review of this bike, but I'm struggling to just enjoy the moment on it, and absolutely just take it all in. I'm struggling even to talk and think about things to say, to be honest with you, because I'm really enjoying it. I've never felt the way I feel right now on a bike that I've never ridden before. Even when I rode the GT and the 5 blades when I first rode them, I don't think I had the same feeling as I had now. And as you know, bikes are about how you feel as well, and this has got to be, you know, 99 out of 10. 99 out of 10. But yeah, the SE model at 26, 27 grand. Is it worth the extra money? I don't think, well, I haven't been there. But boy oh boy, in this non-SE model, I'm not missing anything. I'm not missing anything at all. The ride is gorgeous. I don't think it's going to be any more flickable with the automatic suspension. I think it's more about the pushes of the ride. Like a turbo, which it comes on when it boosts. This is a progressive sort of constant load of air getting forced into the cylinders. This has to be one of the smoothest 4-cylinder engines I've ever ridden. I'm gushing, aren't I? I'm gushing. Please, Steve, say something I don't like about it. Price? Oh. And yeah, and would I want to take it around the twisties of Yorkshire? They're the two things. I think price you can deal with, as you go second hand or you negotiate on the next demo. Twisty constructability is the key issue. Right, so I'm going to leave the review there. I'm going to come off the motorway, and I'll mostly just have a chat when I get back on the GT. See you in a second. Well, I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. Oh well, wow. So yeah, just test ridden the Indian and the Kawasaki H2 SX. I was blown away by that SX, blown away. And I've come in, and it's the demo bike, and he said that it's only been a demo bike for a short period of time, although it's got 1,000 miles on it, and he's just offered me a deal on it for 17,900. Normally 23 grand for a new one, and it'll come with a 4-year warranty, and he might be able to give me 9 for this, which is what I was hoping to get. Oh my god, my head's spinning. Why do we do this? Why do we go out and ride bikes when we're looking for one? I think the biggest issue I've got is, can I ride that in Derbyshire on the twisties through North Yorkshire, North Wales? Yeah, of course you can ride, of course you can, but can you throw it around? I just think not. But oh my god, does all the rest make up for it and more? That was stupendous, stupendous. I was in road mode and I put it into sport mode, and I was quite intimidated before I did it, and it didn't feel intimidating at all. It just was, oh my god, 200 horsepower. It was outstandingly quick. Would I kill myself? Would I lose my license? God knows. God knows. I was, as you know, well, I won't say what I was doing because I'm going to try and black out the the speedo. But oh my god, that was as quick as I've wanted to be honest with you. So that's giving me something to think about big time. I have got to go and test ride the Ducati Multistrada, because I do think as a bike that could do everything I want better. Does it look as good as the Kawasaki? No. Would it make me feel as good as I felt in the Kawasaki? We'll find out. But oh my god, that Kawasaki, I just didn't think I would feel and enjoy it as much as I did. It was a late entry into the shortlist. Shortlist wasn't very long anyway, but it was headed up by the Multistrada. But now I've got something really serious to think about. The problem is, it's not a like for like, is it? The Multistrada and that Kawasaki are just, I wouldn't say poles apart, but they are different bikes for different use cases. Something's just hit me, I don't know what that was. Hope I haven't left something. So I've got something to seriously think about. I am going to test ride the Ducati before I make a decision. But at 17,900 for that comes in cheaper than the Ducati, even the second-hand Ducati with the spec I want. So anyway, listen guys, I'm rambling on. I've just got to get my head around all this now and start thinking about this properly. But I'm going to take the test ride of the Ducati with John, which I'll do. I'll put a video of that together. But wow, thank you MCO for that test ride of that bike, that Kawasaki. It has blown my mind. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like and subscribe anyway. Oh, just a final thought, if you still listen to the video, thanks very much. But listen, I've just gone onto Instagram, so please, if you're already subscribing to my channel, please just follow me on Instagram. I'm just trying to get more of a dialogue and a conversation going with the people that follow me. Whilst the comments on YouTube are okay, they feel like one-dimensional. With the Instagram, they're sort of more punchy, quicker, easier to get up, easier to sort of read on the phone. So yeah, if you're on Instagram and you follow my channel, please just look out for that. It's Steve Sherlock Rides, so it's the same as the channel here, Steve Sherlock Rides. Check me out, hit the follow, and let's start to have a conversation moving forward. I just feel as if it's a better way to have a bit of a conversation. Okay guys, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting the channel, and speak to you soon. Take it easy guys, bye bye.